Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me again. I've got a couple new videos up on my page on Rumble and YouTube, so check them out along with this video if you haven't seen them already. I did a really good interview with Lori Rayfeld, who was in Rendlesham Forest. She was assigned to the base in the military, and she has some very interesting stories about that place. So check out that video if you haven't watched it, and she has a new book out. So I wanted to talk about the real reason for the Ukraine-Russian war. And it's not any of the things that the media has been presenting, but the Russians are fighting Nazis, which they've been fighting since World War II, actually. Those stupid Nazis, they just won't shut up and go away like they should. Their hate just keeps boiling to the surface and wrecking everybody's life. And then we have to pay for it to the tune of billions of dollars. Nazi symbols prevalent in Ukrainian military. Le Monde. The French outlet has identified hundreds of soldiers in Kiev's 3rd Assault Brigade who publicly display neo-Nazi emblems. See, this trident, that's a Nazi symbol. And this SS, that's a Nazi symbol. Everybody knows the famous SS Nazis from New World War II. Ukrainian soldiers continue to publicly display neo-Nazi symbols, including swastikas, SS tattoos, and Nazi salutes, according to an investigation by French outlet Le Monde. In its report published on Wednesday, Le Monde identified nearly 350 Ukrainian troops posting neo-Nazi imagery online, including Nazi salutes, swastika tattoos, black sun emblems, and Totenkopf insignias. According to the research, at least 200 of those identified serve in Kiev's 3rd Assault Brigade. Russia has repeatedly accused Kiev of fostering neo-Nazi ideology and glorifying World War II era Hitler collaborators and has demanded the denazification of Ukraine as part of a negotiated peace agreement. See, they could give up all this Nazi crap and have peace. No, they are married to their hate. It's in their heart, and they won't give it up. Formed in 2023, the 3rd Assault Brigade is a direct successor of the Azov Regiment, originally created in 2014 by far-right figure Andrei Beletsky. Azov has been accused of multiple human rights groups by multiple rights groups, as well as the UN, of war crimes and torture, and has been widely criticized for its use of symbols tied to the Waffen SS. They were big killers of the Jews back in World War II. According to Le Monde, the 3rd Assault Brigade has received military training from several NATO countries, including France, Spain, Germany, the UK, and Canada, who have also poured in billions of military support to Ukraine. The paper noted that some soldiers sent to France in 2023 bore visible SS tattoos. When questioned, the French Ministry of the Armed Forces stated that it was the responsibility of Ukraine to vet the personnel. Well, come on, you know them French love them Nazis too. Look what they did in World War II. They embraced them when they came into France. They folded like a cheap suit. The report also stated that a number of foreign volunteers who have joined Ukraine's forces, including French nationals, have affiliations with far-right groups. Some were shown posting Nazi tributes and displaying related tattoos online. Le Monde further stated that the 3rd Assault Brigade, now expanded into a full corps under Beletsky's command, has been playing an increasingly central role in Ukraine's military. The outlet reported that its units continue to use Nazi-associated emblems and feature commanders with visible far-right markings. Moscow has long condemned Kiev's elevation of Nazi collaborators to national hero status and has accused Western governments of deliberately ignoring continued neo-Nazi activity in Ukrainian ranks. That's because they support it, like Joe Biden did. In April, former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev stressed that the rebirth of Nazism cannot be allowed and outlined the destruction of the Kiev neo-Nazi regime as a necessary outcome of the Ukraine conflict. That's why the Russians won't end the war. You can't make peace with these Nazis. He insisted that a real denazification is required and that the ideology needs to be rooted out not only in Ukraine, but in all of Europe. So I just wanted you guys to know, if you didn't already, the real reason for the Russian-Ukrainian war is the hate these Nazis have in their heart for everybody. So make sure all your friends and family know the truth. And thank you for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.